Today we are going to discuss the topic force on current carrying conductor placed in magnetic field. Force on current carrying conductor in magnetic field or placed in magnetic field. Now you did in the last topic that you discussed about Lorentz force, that every charged particle, when a charged particle having a charge q moves with the velocity v in a magnetic field B, it experiences a force which is given as qv cross B, or this is qvb sine of theta. Is it? You did this now? Force is given as qv cross B or qvb sine of theta. This force is called Lorentz force. So that is the force on a charged particle moving inside the magnetic field. Now we are going to discuss the topic that what happens when a conductor, let us suppose this is a conductor. So when a conductor is placed in a magnetic field, suppose this is PQ is a conductor which is placed in a magnetic field, let the magnetic field be making an angle theta, magnetic field be in a direction theta. So this is a conductor which is carrying a current I. I is the current flowing in the conductor. So consider a conductor of length L, area A, length L, area A, having number density N. You know what is number density? Small n number density. Number density is the number of electrons per unit volume present in the conductor. Let it be placed in a magnetic field B making an angle theta with it. So suppose that conductor PQ. So conductor PQ is placed in this magnetic field B. Magnetic field is along this direction making an angle theta with the current carrying conductor. Let I be the current flowing in the conductor. Now what is current? We did it. Current is what? Current is flow of charges. Rate of flow of charge is called current. So flow of charge, that means charge having some velocity. And we did it here that whenever a charge is having some velocity in the magnetic field, that charge experiences force. So this conductor is going to experience force. Now what happens? What is there in a conductor? A conductor, we did it. Conductor, what happens? Current in conductor is due to flow of electrons. Electrons they flow. So if we say that if we suppose that current is flowing from P to Q, that means the electrons they are moving from Q to P. So electrons they are moving in direction. So now the force within this conductor, the electrons they are moving and they are placed in a magnetic field, so they will experience some force. So force, what will be the force? Force on an electron inside the conductor. What will be the force on electron inside the conductor? Let us say we denote it by small f. We know this force is given as qv cross B. But charge is E and velocity. We did it in the last unit that electrons they move within the conductor with the velocity which is called drift velocity. We did it now. So electrons they move in a conductor with the average velocity called drift velocity. So E is the charge on electron. Vd is the drift velocity and B is the magnetic field. So the force on conductor, force on a single electron, is given as EVD cross B. A negative sign, charge on electron is minus of E. So minus EVD cross B, where Vd is the drift velocity of the electrons inside conductor. Now this is the force, equation number 1. That is the force experienced by one electron. Force acting on a single electron. So in this conductor there will be many electrons. So total force will be according to total number of electrons. So total number of electrons. What is the total number of electrons inside the conductor? Total number of electrons inside the conductor, that will be equal to, let us suppose we say this is capital N, total number of electrons, that will be equal to small n, number density. I told you number density is the electrons per unit volume. Electrons per unit volume. So total number of electrons will be small n multiplied by the volume of the conductor, that is area into length. Say this is equation number 2. Thus the total force on the conductor, total force experienced by the conductor, total force experienced by the conductor, so that will be, suppose we say it is capital F, that is force due to one electron multiplied by the total number of electrons. Is it? So total number of electrons inside the conductor is capital N multiplied by force due to a single electron, and we use equation number 1. What do we get? This capital F is equal to 1 and 2 both will be using. So using equation 1 and 2, capital F is equal to small n into A into L, capital N value, multiplied by minus E into Vd cross B. Okay. So that is, we can write it as, simply rearrange the terms, minus NE A Vd cross B into L. Is it? So we'll get minus NEA Vd cross B into L. So simply rearranging the terms. Why? Because we did this in second unit. The relation between current and drift velocity, that I is equal to what? Current is NEAVD. Okay. So I is equal to NEAVD. So what do we get here? We get force is equal to I into B into L. I into, instead of NEAVD we get I into B into L. Okay, or we write it as IL in vector form. We write current as such, we know it is a scalar quantity, magnetic field is a vector quantity, and we did it current element I into L, that is a vector quantity. So we write it in the vector form as IL cross B, force on a current carrying conductor. So total force on the conductor, that is IL cross B. Here it is minus IL cross B. So a negative sign was there. We know A cross B is equal to minus of B cross A. So we write it as B cross IL. Total force on the conductor, that is B cross IL, or in other terms, if we talk of just the magnitude is given as BIL sine of theta. The force experienced by the conductor is given as BIL sine of theta. In magnitude, So direction, if we have to talk about direction, we already did that it is given by left hand rule, Fleming's left hand rule, that if we stretch the three fingers of our left hand mutually perpendicular to each other such that this is in the direction of magnetic field, this is direction of flow of charge, then the thumb will point in the direction of magnetic force. Or here we can write it as we know that direction of force will be perpendicular to the plane containing B and I, magnetic field and the current carrying conductor. So magnetic field is in this direction. If magnetic field is in this direction, current flows in this direction, the force will be along the third direction. It will be mutually perpendicular to both magnetic field and the current carrying conductor. So this is force BIL sine of theta. So special cases we can discuss, that in case special case. So what is the special case? That if theta is 0 or 180. So if theta is 0 or 180, sine 0, sine 180, that is 0. So in that case, the current carrying conductor experiences no force. There is no force on the conductor when it is placed parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field. Other case is when theta is 90 degree. So that is the current carrying conductor, when the suppose magnetic field is in this direction, when the current carrying conductor is placed perpendicular, theta is 90 degree. In that case, the force experienced by the conductor is BIL sine of theta. So sine 90 is 1. So in that case, maximum force is experienced by the conductor when the conductor is placed parallel or anti-parallel to the magnetic field. It experiences no force. Force is 0 in this case and force is maximum in this case. So this is the force on current carrying conductor placed inside the magnetic field. So force on current carrying conductor is given as B cross IL or BIL sine of theta. Direction is given by Fleming's left hand rule, or you can say right hand screw rule. So it will be perpendicular to the plane containing magnetic field and the current carrying conductor. I hope this is clear to you. Thank you.